Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's Lunch and Learn. Happy Friday. I hope wherever you are, it's as sunny as it is here in London. It's great to see so many of you online with us today, and welcome to today's Lunch and Learn. My name is Grace Nelson. I am one of the program managers here at Enterprise Nation, and I am your host for Friday's session. So thank you so much for joining us today. We are joined here by the lovely Anne-Beth Jordan, who is a personal and business development coach, and will be joining you today here on the stage with her own presentation on how to make some different changes, values and missions within your company. If you're new to Lunch and Learn, then welcome. This is a daily webinar that we host Monday to Friday for 30 minutes long with trusted advisors like Anne-Beth to deliver content around their expertise to support you on your small business journey. So Anne-Beth will actually be presenting her very own slides today, which is super exciting, and we will be leaving some time at the end of today's session to answer any questions that you may have. So don't be shy. Make sure that you're entering in on your questions tab on your GoToWebinar control panel anything that you'd like Anne-Beth to ask and answer throughout today's session, and we will be letting you know some really exciting follow-up activities for the end of today's session. This is recorded and a copy will be included in a follow-up email as well. So Anne-Beth, thank you so much for joining us today. Before I jump into our presentation, I'd love for you to give us all a bit of an introduction to who you are.
Sure. Okay. Hi. Good afternoon. It's almost afternoon. I'm Anne-Beth Jordan, and Grace, thank you so much for having me on today's Lunch and Learn. I'm a little bit nervous because, in fact, this is my very first time doing a presentation, but I hope that I will manage to enlighten and inform everybody and share my experiences of running my business and why I am here today. So the purpose of me being on this Lunch and Learn is to talk about mission, why we need one or why we don't need one, about the vision for yourself, for your business, and about setting goals and why they're important. Let me just go back a little bit, maybe 30 years, in fact, when I first started my business. I went straight into it like a thunderball. And I kept on working and producing and making money, and life was very sweet and very exciting all the time. I found myself after about 4 or 5 years having made money, but suddenly all over the place. And I found myself in quite a state because although I was making money, I suddenly realized I wasn't going anywhere with it. I wasn't going anywhere with my business. And I had to stop and think. And I went back with myself for a little while. And I took a little bit of time out and I thought, I know what's wrong. I don't have a clear plan. I don't have a clear vision. I don't have a clear mission of what I'm really doing. I'm making money, but what am I really doing? What purpose am I really serving in doing what I'm doing? And what do I really want for the future? I had some vague idea. I wanted to be a great Hong. A great Hong is a trader in Hong Kong because I used to travel to China. That's why I started my business. And I would get excited when I went to Hong Kong because of all the entrepreneurship and the trading and the buzz. And I wanted to be a part of it. But I had no idea how I was going to get there. 5 years down the line, I was having a moment of despair. And so I thought, okay, stop. Let's look at my mission. What is it? And how do I want that mission to be part of my vision for my future business? Because I wanted to be in business for a long time. It wasn't a 5-minute job I wanted. And how was I going to get there? So today's talk is about sharing some of that information with you. Next slide, please. Grace, can I have the next slide, please? So as I said, today's story is having a mission and a vision statement. Is it necessary for your company? And can having those statements help with goal setting and strategic planning? Let me take you to the next slide and have a look at 3 inspirational people. Well, the first 2 is Maya Angelou. So she has a personal mission for herself, talking about surviving, about thriving, about her passion, showing compassion, humor, and some style. And I love Maya Angelou. She's been a great inspiration for me. The other one that I absolutely adore is Sir Richard Branson. He's about fun. I think that's been his mission for all his life, having fun, but at the same time, incredibly focused on his business. And as he says, remain focused on fulfilling your business mission, never allow adversity divert your attention and efforts. And that's what something I actually did in my own business. I let too many things distract me so that I didn't have a clear plan. And the next slide is somebody you're all very familiar with, Superman. So why have I put this in? Well, I was reading about Christopher Reeve, and when he decided to play the part of Superman at the age of 22, he decided that he was going to actually be a very courteous and gracious gentleman, which is portrayed in Clark Kent. And his mission, from my perspective, was to really help people 24/7, wherever they were. He was going to make certain people were okay. That was his mission. Others may think he had other missions as well. But for me, he was going to change the world by the kind of person that he was. He was going to make certain that people would recognize that there was somebody in their life that they could rely upon, that they could depend upon, that they would be there for them. I think it was a great mission. Next slide, please. So, some things to consider. What if you don't have a mission and a vision? Will it make any difference to your business? Will it prevent you from making any goals, setting strategic plans? It's not an absolute must. And then many companies are extremely successful. They don't have a mission or vision, they don't have a statement on their websites, but they have strategic planning. So you can run your business without a mission and a vision. But if you do have one, you need to make certain that you're very clear about what it is and you stand out from the crowd. Next one, please. So, what is a mission? Let's think about this. What is your mission? Maybe reflect upon it as we're going through the slides and thinking about, do you have one already? Is it working for you? What do you think is missing, if any? Maybe there's nothing. But they're very clear-cut guidelines about what a mission can do to help you in your business. It describes what one's company does in the present. It's all about the here and now. It's what am I doing today? My mission today is to make certain I eat healthily, as an example. It's about your personal values, your integrity. How it's going to serve you, yourself. How will your mission serve you? What's it going to do for you? How is it going to serve your clients? Because they're the ones who are going to be a part of your life going forward. They're the ones who are going to create the income, but they're going to be the ones to give you the money for whatever it is that you're doing. And how are you going to make certain that your clients will be there for you and support you as much as you're going to support them? And let's not forget your employees. You may be a sole trader now, but thinking of the future, how big does your business want to be in terms of people? And your employees are the key, as many of you already know, they're the key. You need to think about them every step of the way. They have to be a part of your mission and purpose. So, why are you in business? Why is your business in existence? What's it going to do that's going to be so different to anybody else? And what is it going to take for you to do what you do? And why does it do what it does? Really important questions to think about, to consider. Purpose. I'm sure that all of us, when we get up in the morning, have a purpose. And there's some people who have no purpose to get up. There's no reason, there's nothing in their lives to make them get up in the morning. But thinking about your business, what is your purpose? So this mission of yours has lots of questions to ask when you are thinking about your business and your mission. And it's a formal summary of the aims and values of your company, your organization, and of yourself. So Maya Angelou had a personal mission, Richard Branson about his organization, Superman about himself, how he wanted his mission to be for himself. It's a statement also to which all your employees have to subscribe to. They have to be on the same page as you for your mission to really work, and it provides focus and clarity. Without those two things, you're going to just wander around, lost in the desert like I was for quite a long time. Next slide, please. So together with a mission, we talk about vision. It's the point on the horizon. It's like that old, going like this sort of thing, looking way out into the distance, way out into the horizon, watching the sun going down on the horizon. It's all about looking to the future, your vision for the future. It's what your company is ultimately going to become. How are you going to get your company to be the company you want it to be? What's it going to take? You always have to bring your mission into your vision. They're integrated, they're together. Vision is about inspiration, isn't it? You get inspired by vision. You want other people to look at your vision and say, oh my God, I want to be a part of that vision. I love what he, she, they are saying. You want to inspire people. You want them to be aspirational. You want them to aspire to your inspiration so that they get excited. Imagine if you're a brand, you have a brand, you have an amazing brand, and people are buying your brand and not other people's brands. Why? Why are they buying your brand? What is it? What are you saying to these people through your branding, through the way you talk, the way you present yourself, your values, your ethics, your ethos? They love it. They love it. I love Richard Branson for that reason. He inspires me to be a more wide awake, wide and open-minded person. And I want to aspire to be like him. Well, I probably won't get there, but I can try. And it's important when you're thinking about a vision, how it must align with your mission, because it's bringing all the values into it that creates the company that you're going to be dreaming about in the future, that your friends will, and you will share conversations over a glass of wine, over a pasta, around the family table. You're going to be sitting and chatting when your mum and dad say, how's it going? And you can say, oh, I have this vision, mum. I have this vision, dad. And this is what I want for my business. And they're going to say, go for it. We love it. And you inspire them as well. It also helps to define the culture of your business. I have a client, we were talking about this, and I said, you know, you are the leader in your business. Your values are going to be what helps to define the kind of company you are going to be running. In this present time through the pandemic, many of you have read articles about the new company culture, about how companies are now looking at their employees, how they're making a real space for them, really thinking about their needs, about what they have to have in order for them to be happy, to be fulfilled, to be a part of this company that's going to take care of them. Company culture, we're talking about diversity now. It's being inclusive. You've heard all these words before. I won't label them in today's meeting, but I just want to bring this to your attention. It defines your company culture. And it's about you, the founder, your core values. And the last part is it helps to set out short and long-term goals and strategic planning for the future. Next slide, please. So why have a plan? I can't read the top of the slide, but I think you can. So another way of saying the same thing as Harvey Mackay says, a dream has a goal and a date attached to it. So mission and vision is about setting goals for your business. And as a coach, we talk a lot about goals all the time. So without a goal, you're not going to get anywhere. You have to have a goal, set a date for it in the future, and have a plan. It needs a purpose, it needs a plan, it needs a date. If not, it's just a conversation that you're going to have about, oh, I have a goal, but really, how are you going to structure this goal of yours? What do you have to do? Now, if you have a goal and say it's 5 years' time, it's a long way down the line. You think about the future. What will it be like for you in the future? What will you be saying to yourself? I've got my goal, I've reached it. What will other people be saying to you? Wow, you've done so well. But to achieve your goal, what do you have to do? Very simple steps. Stages. You take your goal and you break it down into small stages, step by step. But they have to be realistic. In coaching, we talk about the reality of a goal, otherwise it's pointless. Don't make such massive goals that you can't achieve them and then get disappointed. So keep them real. Set a date for each stage. And when you set that date, keep to it. If you can't, reassess it, make a new date, but keep to it. And then review and adjust it if necessary. And best of all, celebrate your success in achieving your goal. Have a party, have drinks, have a meal with your friends. It's very important to always celebrate your successes, no matter how small they are. Next slide, please. So let's think about how important a mission and a vision statement is to your business. Think about who should it appeal to. Is it going to appeal to everybody? It doesn't matter if it doesn't. But there is a key factor in who it should appeal to. It's about your employees. If you are a company who is going to be driven by mission and vision, it needs to be about your employees, about how they're going to be working with you. If you're a brand and you have a product, who's it going to appeal to? Who's your target audience? How are they going to be viewing you? How are you going to be viewing your target audience? You want them to be in alignment with you. You want them to buy your brand. Well, why are they going to buy your brand when there's so many other brands around? What's special about you? It's really important to think about it. What is special about your brand? I'm gone a bit quiet because I think it's an important thing. What's special about you, your business? So when you think about creating a mission and vision, it's not for everybody to have to do. It's not for the general public, is it? Or is it? So just think about when you're creating this mission and vision, who is it going to appeal to? And why? Why do you need this mission and vision statement for your business? Why? What are you offering? Simon Sinek talks a lot about the why of everything. Why are you in business? Why do you want to do this? Why what you are going to do is going to be so important to anybody else? And who is it going to really benefit? Yourself or your clients? Who? Why? And if you can't tell the difference between a mission and vision, then you have to go back a little bit and become clear again. Because if you're not clear, it sounds very messy, very fuzzy. It's hard to evaluate who you are as a business, what you're really doing. So you need that real clarity and you need real focus. And if you're not clear, then it's going to be very difficult for you to actually write down your mission and vision. And just a little point is when you're thinking about your mission and vision statement and you're actually writing it, it's from my experience, it's best to actually do it yourself. Maybe you have the help of one other person. Getting too many people involved, there's too many opinions. This is about you. This is about your opinion. It's about what you want for your business. It's about who you are going to be in the future. It's about what is your company going to be in the future. And what must your mission and vision statement always have? Core values. Really, really important. Your core values, your integrity is what people will see in everything that you do and you say. If you are, again, I'm talking about a product-based business, the kind of products you sell, how are they made? Where are they made? What's your value in making them? What value are you going to be offering to your clients? And also, how are you going to look after your clients is something that's very important. How are they going to see that you are looking after them? Will you go the extra mile for them? What are they going to say about you when they come back and they've sold the product and they say, I love what you do. I love your product. I love the way you present it to us. I love the way you deliver it to us. I love the way you look after us. I really feel that you are such a caring, wonderful company. And I love what you are doing. Next slide, please. So we have a few minutes left. Something to consider, some thoughts to reflect over the weekend. I hope that I have given you a little idea, because it's a very, very big topic. But a mission and vision statements, though, they are no good if they're only written down without any actions. Actions speak louder than words, always. If it's just written down, as I say on the slide, they're only words, platitudes, text and phrases. They mean nothing. But it's when you take your mission and your vision statement and you make it live, you make it go live, and you actually make it work. And you're thinking of the future, and you're projecting yourself maybe 5 years in the future, and step by step, everything you talk about is actually unfolding before your eyes, and it's making a difference, and your business is growing, and you're making money, and you can take holidays, and you can employ people. It's all happening step by step by step. It's also, maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't, it's about our own personal attitudes and how we live them, more than the words we say. I really try hard, the best I can, to not talk too much. It's very difficult for me to not talk. But when I talk, I try really hard to consider what I'm saying. Sometimes I get a bit upset and angry, and I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, so I'm very careful, because I'm caring about another human being. I'm careful with what I say. So in the same thing, when you're running your business, thinking all the time, what am I doing? Who am I doing it for? How much do I care about what I'm doing? How much do I care about people who are going to be involved with me? How am I going to look after them? How will they look after me? And as I've said a little earlier, it needs to align to our core values. And mission statements focus on today, your vision on the future. I hope that what I've said will give you a little bit of insight, maybe more than anything else, just to reaffirm what you yourself are already doing in your own business. It's quite difficult, the vision statement, to write. So it's not easy. So don't panic if you can't get it. If you want to write one now, the best to write at the beginning of your business, because I didn't, and I got myself into trouble. So if you're just starting out on your business, or if you're just a few months into your business, or even a year or so, and you don't have one yet, maybe consider taking a little bit of time and thinking about what you've done so far, and then maybe what you need to relook at, redo, rethink, rewrite. You may write many, many statements. It doesn't matter how many you write, but as you write, let it distill and distill and distill. It just needs to be a strap line. But a mission and vision statement, they go together. They really do. They walk hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. They're together. They are your foundation for your business. Thank you very much.
Anne-Beth, thank you so much for a beautiful presentation and for guiding us through that so wonderfully. Just what we need, I think, for a lovely Friday session, feeling motivated and inspired. And so thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. A lot to take away from today, and I think a lot for us to think about how we can apply at the stage we're currently at, but also moving forward as well. So really, really appreciate you sharing your wisdom and expertise there with us. We do still have a few more minutes for anyone that's still on the line for you to ask any questions that you'd like Anne-Beth to answer you. Our lovely Carla will come on camera to ask your questions to Anne-Beth. So we do hope that you do ask those questions. But Anne-Beth, I have a few questions from myself, which might encourage our attendees on the line to drop any questions they might have. What would you say, from your experience setting your vision and mission for your business, what tools do you think are necessary for small business owners to utilize? Tools that they could use online, books, resources. What did you find useful going about how to set these for yourself, and what advice would you share with us today?
I think one of the most important things is being very clear about what it is you're doing. And clarity and focus for me. I will be honest with you and say I can't give you any ideas on tools at the moment. I'm a bit stuck for ideas, but it is clarity and focus always. Just, set yourself, get a piece of paper and a pencil. There's lots of resources online. There's lots and lots of blogs about mission and vision. Many people have opinions, but they all say the same thing. It's clarity and focus. It's about what you're doing now for the future. We think about that. It's today, what you're doing today, and how's it going to impact the future of your business. And always, always, whatever vision you've got, make a plan. Keep a plan in mind. It guides you, it keeps you on the pathway, it keeps you on the road to your future.
That's lovely. Thank you very much for sharing. And what would you say is the best way to monitor progress? Would you say weekly, monthly, quarterly? How often should we check in on this?
Yeah. I advise my clients when they're starting off in their business to have a monthly meeting with themselves over a cup of coffee, spend about an hour or maybe a couple of hours, reassess how your month has gone, what your wins have been, which areas you feel haven't quite worked for you, what it is that you need to change maybe or do you need, what sort of support do you need? Always remember, reach out for support when you're first starting your business. It is very empowering. Try not to do it on your own. You're doing enough on your own already. Whoever you've got in your circle of friends and colleagues, reach out to them. People do love to give support. So I keep a discipline of trying to do it at least once a month. And then as time goes by, maybe once every 3 months, and then maybe once every 6 months. But at the beginning, keep it more frequent.
That's lovely. Thank you for sharing. And going into the weekend, what would you say? I know we've currently got the slide up of things to think about from today's session, but what would you say would be the 3 most important things? What can our attendees, either watching back or joining us today live, what's their homework for this weekend? How can they get themselves online?
Okay, I'm going to be a bit lighthearted here. So if you drink wine, get a glass of wine, and put your feet up and actually just think about where you are right now. Very simple. Just think of your successes you've had so far and think about, with a smile on your face, think about what I really want to do. Who do I really want to be? Keep it lighthearted, but try and clear your mind and think about who you are, what you're doing, and what you want to be.
That's lovely. Thank you very much. I know for a fact it's a Friday, it's sunny outside, so I'm sure everyone will be enjoying a drink of some form to celebrate the end of the week. But lovely key takeaways to go away from. If anyone does have any final questions, you do have a few more minutes to pop them in. But before we do end today's session, we are very excited to announce that Anne-Beth's blog post will be going live on the Enterprise Nation website at 1 o'clock this afternoon. This is a fantastic session which actually will cover a lot of what's being discussed today, but also some added benefits as well. And for you to access this, we will be including it in the follow-up email as well. So make sure you keep an eye for our follow-up email from us to access that and the recording as well. We have actually had a comment come in from Christine, who's on the line, Anne-Beth, which I'll quickly read out to you. Christine has said, this presentation has helped me to think again about better verbalizing how my personal/founders values align with the business values and further development missions and vision statements. Thank you, Anne-Beth. Well, thank you very much,
Christine.
That's lovely for you to share with us and that you've enjoyed today's session as well. So just a big thank you, Anne-Beth, for joining us today and for your beautiful slides. It's been lovely to have you and lovely to work with you. We really appreciate your time here today. And to everyone that's joined us live, thank you so much for joining us today. We will be back on Monday for a whole another week of Lunch and Learn. So I think our lovely Carla's dropped in a link where you can register for those for free. So we will be back on Monday, but keep an eye out for that follow-up email. It might appear in your junk folder, and so you can access Anne-Beth's blog post directly as well. And before we close today's session, do you have any final words that you'd like to share with our attendees today?
I just like to wish all of you a lot of love and good luck with your businesses. I think you're all awesome, and I think you should all go out there and conquer the world, as Superman says. Have a lovely, lovely weekend, everybody. Bye for
That's
now.
beautiful. Thank you so much, Anne-Beth. And just like you said, I hope everyone has a great weekend. Stay safe, enjoy this lovely weather, and we'll be back on Monday. Take care,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.